where you expressed the desire that the dog be,
Clearly, I was kidding. We'll see whether Bernard sounds as though he was kidding.
Okay.
So
You did nothing wrong, but you'll never do it again, right?
No, I would say the same thing again. The guy was jerking my chain about Chris Dodd. I beat Chris Dodd like a red-headed mule.
A live red-headed mule, however.
How we doing, Lou?
Getting there.
Yeah,
Working on it.
Yeah,
Working on it. Yeah.
Not probably trying to doctor the tape to protect Bernard.
I don't think he's trying to doctor the tape.
Well,
Lou here is at least
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to doctor the tape. You're responsible for this Dog Foo Young episode, not me.
well, I mean, that's outrageous, first of all. At some point we can get this, Lou. All right. Well, what's that big grin on your face about?
There is no grin on my face. There's no grin.
Listen to the dog murderer
I
trying to
know.
shift the subject.
Really, John? You're
a dog murderer.
Distraction.
All right,
That's unbelievable.
Did you find the tape? Okay, let's listen to it.
All right.
Yeah, you're not going to be in a movie.
Yeah, well, maybe. They might call me. They're
They're not going to go.
No.
And your dog? Man, you guys are killing me.
No, you're not going to be in a movie. The kid's not going to be in a movie.
Yeah, they are.
Your wife's going to be in a movie. She's going to run off with Steven Spielberg.
Things could be worse.
So you're losing your dog and your wife.
And Elvis is left to build.
And Elvis is left to build.
Elvis is roadkill. Anyway, if anybody has any info, please call the...
I rest my case. Elvis is roadkill. What does that sound like?
Doesn't sound like I said. I hope Elvis is roadkill.
No, it did not. He just
Well, it's implied there.
It's a fact that the dog is missing and could, in fact, be roadkill. But it wasn't a hope. It wasn't a
No,
desire.
not like what you said. I hope your dog is dead.
And I'm not excusing Bernard because Bernard was not compassionate during that whole conversation. Where you did display some degree of compassion until the end, and then you just turned on the guy.
For your own personal gain.
Absolutely.
You threw the dog, a sacrificial dog, into a truck.
Well, I am sorry the guy's dog
Well,
is dead.
of course we are.
That's very magnanimous of you now.
Yeah.
He feels good now.
Well, how do you feel?
I feel bad for the guy because I knew he loved the dog, even though he's a moron for losing a pit bull in the streets.
True enough.
The guy's not a moron.
He let his dog out to do its duty and just abandon it for 2 hours.
How many babies did the dog eat while it was out there
The dog
for a
hasn't
week?
eaten any babies.
Well, has anybody done an autopsy?
Well, we don't know, but... that he doesn't have the dog anymore. So.
No, he doesn't, and we're sorry about that.
Good job,
That's
man.
I offered to buy him a dog.
Yeah.
What more could I do?
Yeah, and then wish that one dead too. Right?
No. No.
Typical out-of-touch, wealthy person response.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson paying off the kid to shut up about
That's hardly
pedophilia.
analogous to this
I think it's the
situation.
same thing.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
Nearly hush money.
I'm sorry you people have to listen to this. This is outrageous. And you're a dog murderer.
No. I'm more like a prognosticator.
Kind of a Nostradamus thing going on here.
Soothsayer, for Christ's sake.
Jesus, God. Oh, man.
Oh, great Bernard, what is happening?
And just because you're so touchy over an interview is why the poor man's dog is dead. Essentially.
Well, his criticism was outrageous.
Well, it wasn't justified. I know that. So I mean, you can't be that. It's that sensitive.
If we'd have had this guy on the case early on, the dog, we probably still have the dog. One of the foremost private investigators in the country, Bo Deedle. Good morning, Mr. Deedle.
Morning, Don. I thought I was having problems, constipation, listening about this dog. Enough with this dog already. Who cares about a freaking book dog?
Well,
Pitbull. Forget about it. Listen, more important thing.
I'm sure the guy loved his dog.
Yeah, he
Bo. What are
cared
you
about
talking
it.
about?
You know, the dog. I'm an animal person, but I mean, animals are good for the friggin' zoo. Leave me alone with these dogs. Listen.
The guy loved his dog. What's the matter with you?
You and your cats and your dogs, very, very nice. I care about people, human beings. That's what I care about.
Well, I think one can care about people as well as animals.
Well, okay, very, very nice, but I really, myself, Bo Deedle, I like little pussycats and them run around, but let them run around away from me. I don't like the hair on my suits. I don't like the dogs licking my leg. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Last night, I was up in Rayos last night.
So then I guess you're glad the guy's dog's dead.
I really can't lose anything on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose any more hair over it. But
Doesn't the guy sound like a nice guy?
you're very nice. So go buy another friggin' dog. Leave me alone with this dog.
I understand that. In fact, I offered to buy the guy a dog.
Well, screw it. Let buy a giraffe. Let buy a yak. I really don't care about these friggin' dogs. My day is not made around dogs. But listen.
Hey, Bo,
More important, Don.
please don't get exercise and swear.
No, I'm not. No, more important. Last night I was up in Rayos, and I met the greatest songwriter who loves you, idolizes you, and wants to meet you. His name is Jim Stein.
The guy who wrote all of the songs for
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Listen to this. He wants to get involved with you. I'm serious. He idolizes. He listens to you religiously. When he was cutting the album with Meatloaf, the last album, all he did was listen to you all the time. So I'm going to bring him up to the studio one day. Great guy.
Maybe he can write some songs for this album we're doing for Mercury.
He wants to write songs for you. That's what I'm trying to say. What a wonderful man. Now, isn't that more important than a friggin' pit bull?
Well, Bo, I think you're being cold and callous.
No, I'm not being cold and callous. When I used to work up in East Harlem there, a couple of the fellas had to shoot a couple of pit bulls away from kids' legs when they were gnawing on them.
There you go.
Yeah, well, let's
What do you mean, there you go, Bernard?
Vindicated.
Let's put things in proper
vindicated.
perspective.
Totally.
Let's put things in proper perspective. First of all, pit bulls should be banned. The only time I've seen pit bulls is when they attack little children and gouge their faces out. As far as I'm concerned, you know, this is an animal of prey. And I certainly don't need it running around. This guy should get a ticket for letting that dog out there without a freaking license.
I'm going home, man.
Well, don't people have pit bulls and they...
No, but they don't let him out of their house without being on a leash. As far as I'm concerned, that's reckless endangerment. He should be locked up.
Poor guy lost his dog here, and now suddenly Bo Dietl wants to lock him up.
And the Mongol brothers are on their way up to Providence.
They're going to beat the hell out of the guy because his dog's dead. So we've gone from trying to express some sort of compassion
to having this guy look like Reginald Denny.
Bo Dietl beating the hell out of him. Oh, this is unbelievable.
I dig rock and roll music. I can do the twine and the jerk. I wear strictly continental suits and high collar shirts. I've got a reputation of being gentle but bold, and that's why they call me Imus in the morning.
Fuji Films, new Fuji Color Superior Extra all-occasion film. Sweatshirt. We give you the beginning of a song on 2 for Tuesday. Check this one out. All right, little stereo action there. Let's try it one more time. What do you think? We'll do one more time. Give us a call. If you know what it is, you get yourself the sweatshirt. You know, in those old detective movies, WFM, time to play Name That Tune. The prize is a Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show sweatshirt, and it's brought to you by Bell Atlantic, where you can get a special offer on additional lines. WNEW, do you know the tune?
Yeah, dude looks like a lady.
Dude looks like a lady. Oh, boy. I can't put one over on you guys.
Nah, that was so easy.
Dave, he does 3 or 4 callers. I get the first caller, they always get it. I must be doing something wrong.
What are you going to do?
What's your name?
My name is Billy.
Okay, Billy, I want you to give a big intro to this. It's 2 for Tuesday. Lots of energy. Give it to us.
Okay, this is Dude Looks Like a Lady by Aerosmith on WNEW.
Sports, or CBS News, actually, covering the Winter Olympics in Nagano. Tim Russ is here. We're going to talk with him more about... we'll find out the latest information NBC has on all of this stuff, whether... who they may drag down there before the grand jury today and stuff like that.
Get past the people, get past the hitman. Imus in the morning.
Wonder,
Who wrote the book of love? Imus in the morning.
This is the Imus in the Morning program, WFAN New York.
Never told a lie I couldn't justify or explain away, concocting some lame alibi. For I have spent so many nights doing things I knew were wrong, yet I'm not gone. I'm still around to sing this song, and when they say I'm a disgrace, just by bite my lip and slip this real sincere concerned look on my face, 'cause they could catch me like Marv Albert in a black lace bustier. But so long's the dollar's strong, all of my scandals fade away, can't make me go. I got two more, maybe a scoundrel, but I'm still better than Al Gore. Right-wing conspiracy has tried my reputation to malign each time I fumble. They think they'll get me to resign. Oh no, not I will deny. Thank God for Paul McGalla, that boy's keeping me alive. But don't forget I'm from the South and butter don't melt in my mouth, so I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. I did not encourage that woman, Ms. Lewinsky, to lie. It was actually more comfortable for her on her days. I'm indiscreet in my deceit. I cheat on Hillary, but it don't mean Smith when I commit so much adultery. 80% of those they polled about my improprieties could not care less. I can do as I damn well please, so I don't need to tell the truth. It doesn't matter what I do because I'm bulletproof. I can accept illicit cash donations, finance my campaign. Then when I need to divert attention, bomb Saddam Hussein, and I'll squeak by a demagogue like Dustin Hoffman in that dumb movie Wag the Dog. That good old-fashioned war will help y'all ignore my knocking bees. And for those that don't, I'll just confuse you with my legalese. Oh no, not I'll testify. So long as I got Bob Bennett, they won't take me alive. Preserve my place in history, my presidential legacy. I will survive. I will survive.
And Breen decided not to tell me or anyone else. Yeah, he's decided to do play-by-play for the new WNBA, which seems to me to be a stupid idea, but...
How about a smart career decision?
No, it's not.
Jumping on that bandwagon.
It's a dumb career decision.
Catapult to the number one sport in America.
Not the first you've made.
Bunch of sweaty
the last.
trying to be men.
Yeah, so be quiet, Bernard. We don't need your input into this.
Babes running up and down the court.
Yeah, that'll be
sweating.
Good. Right.
Yeah, they all look like Leon Spinks. Not babes necessary. There's no Tyra Banks out there.
That will be fine.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
How about Rebecca Lobo? She's a pretty hot item.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
She's like Janet Reno minus 20 years.
Isn't she?
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The National Beast Association.
That says that.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Fuji Films, new Fuji Color Superior Extra All-Occasion Film. Perfect film for virtually any picture.
Way Patrol.
All right, here now with observation and comment on headline issues of the day. From the hood, Imus in Washington, Snoop Doggy Dog.
I think it's about time for me to hit these against upside the head with some of that West Coast gangster shit. Oh, wait. How much is a doggy in the window? This puppy ain't for sale, but it's good to go. On the case, mastermind of the caper. Cause before I pees on it, I read the newspaper. Netanyahu ain't no shameless money grubber. But maybe BB Baby's more than a little bit like Bubba. In the doghouse with his Jewish nation. Ethics violation, breach of trust allegation. But the one thing that he should have learned from Bill, everybody will get indicted before Clinton will. Shimon Peres, he mumble and grumble. Ain't nothing like a Hebrew rumble. Bumble BB had the ball, but it fumbled. And if he has to go on trial, that's the way the matzah crumble. Though they've given his administration a severe once-over, BB hoping this too shall soon pass over. You-hoo, Netanyahu, yeah, booby. Using your crony-rony as Attorney General, you know that ain't kosher, boy. Upside your head, 6 boots upside your head. Think rich ain't rich. Newt can't refute. $300,000 is an awful lot of loot. Was on the verge of becoming moribund. Now we gotta put together his own defense fund. House ethics he choose to disobey. But if you're gonna dance well, the band you gotta pay. The speaker taking a financial bath. I thought he married his teacher. How come he ain't that good at math? Newt finally in a monetary bind. Can't be sitting on his fat behind. Got a phone for a loan to pay his fine. If you wanna raise some cash, get Al Gore on the line. Yo, Newty Newt. Upside your head, upside your head. Them boys at the DNC know how to kick them donations, y'all. Upside your head, upside your head. Walking bird dog. Just a walking bird dog. If you don't know how to do it, show you how to walk bird dog. Come on now, come on, come on. Imus in the morning.
And it is the following. If the politically correct cognominal designation is indeed African American, then why is it Black History Month? And yet, how fitting that Vernon Jordan and Kofi Annan will have contributed to that self-same rich historical tapestry the very month in which it is celebrated. Both men in their own way making history before each of them find that they will soon be history. For the adage should be amended to read, hell hath no fury like a Bubba scorned. The president, after a few close calls, finally appeared to have the Lewinsky situation under control. The fix and the spin were in. But then Uncle Ben and Miss Daisy's driver screwed it all up. Kofi Annan, taking it upon himself to strike a deal with Saddam Hussein, negotiating an agreement to defuse the impending military situation, would have been all well and good if the motivation to bomb Iraq had to do with the ban of unscum weapons inspectors, but that was never what it was about. It was always a diversion from the perversion incursion. And if Secretary Annan really wanted to prevent a war in the Middle East, instead of going all the way to Baghdad to negotiate with Tariq Aziz, he should have just struck a deal with Monica. For the lethal substance that threatens world peace is not so much anthrax as it is what's in Bill's slacks. It's his wobbly warhead that will eventually start World War III. And now that the latest Beltway buzz seems to be centered around the turning of Vernon, anybody seen Mr. Jordan lately? Have we looked in the park? The conventional wisdom may indeed be that BJ will be around in D.C. long after the BJ is forgotten, but he's still got to get through the next 2 years of BC first. He rolls over on Bubba, and he's looking at a weekend with Larry Wayne Harris at his chemistry set. This portion of the program brought to you by Dutch Boy Paint's Oval Office Accents Collection, featuring their newest hue. They call it Monica. A fresh pigment that's not all that bright, leaves a mess somewhat difficult to clean up afterwards, but boy, does it ever spread easy. More after this.
Right, here now, the Imus Morning program, the Fat Cootie, Rush Limbaugh, and to blow this with an ode to Al Franken.
You and me, we don't see eye to eye. It seems that I'm your favorite thing to vilify. Now I won't grumble, and I won't whine. But if your name fits your face, you'd be Al Frankenstein. I'm so glad that I'm not you. You homely little
the morning, I'm informed by Mrs. Imus that she wants a chocolate milkshake. You know, she's 8.5 months pregnant, so she's... So, as a consequence, I'm the one who now has to go to the store and shop.
Not good.
People then stare at me or come up and want to talk to me. Don't do that.
Stop that now.
You have Meals on Wheels.
I don't want... Stop staring at me.
My God, doesn't he have a nurse?
Your radio sounds funny in the morning. You're listening to Imus in the morning.
Mr. Lupica,
Good morning, Mr. Imus. How are you?
have you read Ken Aletta's piece in the New Yorker?
No, I haven't.
Apparently, Ken is leaving his wife because this appears to be a love letter to me. Jesus, I mean, does this guy have any shame?
Well,
Jesus.
does he have a book coming out himself?
Okay, let me just say this.
Okay.
He could easily be an intern at the White House. You know somebody who is... Benny W. And our prize is a Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show sweatshirt. If you can correctly identify the name of this tune and give us a call on our studio hotline number. And that number, of course, is 212-957-1027. Actually, 757-1027. Give us a call there, and you can win yourself a terrific Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show sweatshirt brought to you by Bell Atlantic, now offering special deals on special lines. Okay, it's Wednesday, middle of the week, so we're going to give you the middle of a song. See if you know what this is. When you walk on by. Try that one more time again. If you know that song, give us a call on the studio hotline. Our telephone number is 212-757-1027.
This is Radio Iowa, AIWA, and this is...
Do you know the song?
Don't You Forget About Me?
Don't. Oh, man. I'm going to give this up because every time I do it, people get it on the first shot.
Hey, Richard, it's Marcy Music.
Hey.
How you doing?
Congratulations. Very
Thanks.
good. Have you had your baby yet?
No, another 7 weeks.
Okay. Boy, I actually know Marcy. I do business with... I don't know if this is legal, Mars. Well, it's only a sweatshirt, right? They can't put us in jail for that.
And
Okay.
I can fit my belly in it?
All right. I don't know. We'll have to get you an extra large. All right. I want you to give a big intro for Don't You Forget About Me now.
Okay.
Do it.
And this is Don't You Forget About Me on WFAN.
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out, and love.
7:45 at 102.7 WNEW-FM. 71 degrees.
Jacuzzi wouldn't work. Then the butler quit on me, man. Can you believe it? Jerk. Must have been my artistic temper when he couldn't take. How come nobody wants to give me a break? I got the blues right now. Mean and low. I'm as low as the heels of my alligator shoes. You should know how it feels to have these millionaire blues. Millionaire blues.
Imus in the morning.
This is the Imus in the Morning program, WFAN New York.
That Susan Schmidt,
Right.
in the Washington Post, has a story suggesting, so it's on the internet. I don't know if it's in the morning Washington
It's right
Post or
here.
not. It's
Well, top of the page, top headline.
it's in our edition of
Yeah.
the Washington Post, which comes out of D.C. at around midnight, right?
It is. It did make it. Yeah.
Independent counsel Ken Starr's prosecutors have already written large sections of their report to the House of Representatives. You know, they tried to get Stuart Taylor, by the way, to write it for them, so apparently they found somebody else, on potentially impeachable offenses by President Clinton in the Monica Lewinsky matter, and Bernard was absolutely beside himself.
That is so inaccurate.
No, it's not inaccurate.
I walked back there while you were
Jumping up and down in a lather. I was getting my...
While you were getting your Beardstown lady haircut, I walked right back and I said, listen, here's a fax we got from MSNBC.
What kind of haircut?
Your Beardstown lady looking,
I don't like that. Plus, I don't know what it means.
well,
what does it mean, Charles?
It means you should have a hairnet covering it. That's what it means. It should be blue.
Why? You know what you're mad about? You're mad that you don't have any hair.
I'm not angry. I'm mad that you mischaracterized that I came running back.
Well,
I just walked back with a fax for you.
Did he seem excited or not, Charles?
Candidly, he seemed very
excited
controlled.
I was excited there was a guy behind you with a pair of scissors. Potential for something to happen was there.
Starr and his legal staff have, according to Susan Schmidt of the Washington Post, for the first time in a 4-year investigation of the president, assembled evidence that they believe requires a report to the House.
Well,
The independent counsel statute mandates that such a report be made whenever prosecutors find any substantial and credible information that may constitute grounds for an impeachment. Well, come on.
well, I mean,
Man, why don't you guys?
this is not
Susan
new.
Schmidt?
This is not new. I mean, we knew that they were going to go forward with potentially. This is not proved.
I'm well aware of that.
Well, but I mean,
big story.
that's the point. It's just that he's ready to go, just to send the thing to Congress,
Well,
or nearly so.
well, I mean, it's just stupid. Here is Janie from Hodgesville, Kentucky. Good morning. She's on line 3.
Hi, Iman.
How you doing, baby?
Don't they have any Republicans who don't have some, something in their closet they can put out to say something about Clinton? I mean, already Army comes out with this stuff, and on Geraldo last night they're talking about how he's sexually harassing some little girl that was a student in college. I mean, they got to have a few straight Republicans to throw this stuff out, don't they?
Dick Armey was?
Yeah.
Dick Armey's a space alien.
Well, of course. No, you're putting aliens down now.
Good idea.
But I mean, and then who do we have as a special prosecutor? The guy who's representing the tobacco lobby.
Well,
I mean, I want to see the man go down as much as anybody, but...
Well, why? God almighty.
Why would you put it that way?
I mean, I don't think we need to phrase it exactly like that, do you, Janie? What do you do down there in Hodgesville, Kentucky? Other than apparently...
About right now, we're waiting for the Derby.
Oh, yeah.
And celebrating Kentucky's win.
Let me ask you, I heard that. What time of the day do you think it's okay to start drinking?
Well,
Apparently now.
When I was 20, I thought it was about 12 o'clock.
Right.
Now it's 5.
In the afternoon.
Yeah. It just depends on what kind of condition your liver's in.
Yeah. You always wait till 5 before you start drinking?
I don't even drink anymore.
Oh, you don't?
Nah.
Because you sound... You sound...
James.
Yeah, I think you may not be telling you.
I mean, don't eat hot dogs anymore either.
I've only been awake 10 minutes. What do you want?
All right, here's Barbara from Destin, Florida. Good morning, Barbara. She's
Good morning,
online.
Imus.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Now, Barbara, you be on your best behavior here on the Imus program, okay?
I'll try to be on my best. I just wanted to, the lady that just called was talking about what had happened.
Where do you people come? Where the hell are you people coming from, man?
Let her make her point.
Okay, I'm
Make
sorry.
her point.
Go ahead, Barbara. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Barbara. Go ahead.
On
Talk to me,
Toronto
baby.
last night, they said
Rub you over
they were
the head.
talking about this article that was in the paper about Dick Armey and about 3 women that had a lot to say about what he did as a professor down there, and one of the ladies confirmed that she was doing her master's and he was her mentor or whatever, and she had to leave school because of whatever happened between the two.
Wow.
So, you know...
He was grabbing on her and stuff. Right?
Yeah, well, but you know, sometimes what you say about other people come back to grab you.
That's right.
And I just love your program. I watch
Jump up and bite you right in the ass, won't it, Barbara? Ain't that what's going to happen,
Come
baby?
on, Barbara, say it, Barbara.
Keep it real, y'all. It's 25 to the hour.
Strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Out in the state of Arizona, a husband and wife had reared their children. The children had married off, families of their own. The mother took to drinking. She was 64 years of age. She came in one night so drunk she didn't know what she was doing and started to take a bath in the bathtub with her clothes on. In utter disgust, her husband said, "I ought to take a gun and blow your brains out." She snarled back at him, "You haven't got the nerve." He shot her dead in the bathtub and went to prison for it.
Yeah.
Fine way to end married life. You say it'll never happen to you?
Right.
They said the same thing before it happened to them.
Imus in the morning.
Did you hear today's Radio Bermuda broadcast? Paramedics come into the damn... There's no place for it. Well, you...
There's every place for it.
There's every place for it. That's exactly right.
Hit him in the muscle. Hit him in the muscle.
What
You want to see hockey players and basketball players fight to the death.
Absolutely. Yep. Man, and here's Breen. And Fred, would you also tell Charles and Bernard that the Paula Corbin-Jones thing, in spite of what she does today, is over?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous.
Somebody tell Tim Russert and Stuart Taylor the same thing.
Fine, I hope
Maybe the
Tim-
I-Man will
Get
next
him on
time
the
he
phone.
has them on.
I hope Tim is listening. Tim, it's over.
Well, that's so weak.
In your opinion, your ignorant opinions, yours and Doofy on the phone here.
Talk about Iggerman.
Doofy, did you hear that, friend?
Let me tell you what today is. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives. That's what it is. Today, the fight starts anew.
Yeah.
That's what the day is. Today, we dig the foxhole. We put up the bunker, baby.
We're taking old Canker Nose down there, and she's going to have a press conference with a bunch of those right-wing nuts down there.
Right-wing nuts?
And we're going to appeal this.
Making Clinton's lies material once again.
Oh, God.
As though they never were.
Jesus. Fred?
Yes.
Is there any hope for these people?
There's no hope in it. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's just sad. It just shows you how absurd our damn legal system is when they let this bimbo just keep appealing stuff. I mean, she has no chance.
Bimbo?
Blame the victim.
Well, blame, exactly.
Blame
Now
the
she's a
victim.
bimbo.
I mean, Stuart Taylor talking about a 50-50 chance. There's absolutely no way.
There's
that
zero
this is ever
chance.
going to be overturned on appeal.
Yeah, if Stewart didn't have such an agenda.
Pick up a paper. Web agenda.
But
you pick up a paper and put it over your head.
It's a quarter till the hour.
Snap. Now that's too
It's a quarter till the hour here.
I'm hurt.
And now, Imus in the morning 2020 sports.
Way to tell you, Fred.
Here's Mark
Yeah,
Breen.
your mama has combat boots.
Female boxing back in Mexico. Good morning. Mike Breen with sports. The Mexico City government announcing this morning they're lifting a 52-year-old man on female boxing. City officials say the old ban violates a '92 constitutional reform. The ban originally put into law to protect women, specifically their reproductive organs. One female boxer, Conchita Gonzalez, was asked if this change would bring about a boom in female boxing.
See what happens.
Well, good news for female boxing fans in Mexico. Just came into law earlier today.
Hit him in the muscle. Hit him in the muscle. I like what I see. I like what I see. You're the new Evan champ, baby. You're the new Evan champ. Oh, man.
With baseball, the hottest team in the majors, the Red Sox. 6 straight wins for Boston after they beat Oakland. Red Sox on the right track for yet another World Series title, which would be their second in the past 80 years. The Yankees win on the road in New York. How you say? Well, of course, Yankee Stadium crumbling, the house that Ruth built falling apart.
Yeah. Please shut
So
up.
they played at Shea Stadium, home of the Mets. Yet despite all of these hardships, Yankees able to beat the Angels. Here's Yankee outfielder Paul O'Neill.
Certainly, it's a distraction. I mean, it's not. I haven't traveled on a bus with my uniform on since high school.
Imagine having to ride a bus in uniform and then being forced to play a baseball game.
Be darned.
We salute these fine Yankees, these fine men, courageous to the end.
Real men. Crank up line 4, Lou, because Maureen from Milton, Mass. is on the phone. Good morning, Maureen.
Good morning, Mr. Imus.
What's up with you, baby?
Well, what I wanted to tell you is I've been trying to call you for forever.
Well, just get to the point.
Come on. Want to box in Mexico?
Well, just get to the point. Hit him in the muscle. Hit him in the muscle. Get to the point.
Clinton.
Yeah.
These guys wonder why nobody cares.
Yeah.
And the polls show nobody
I don't
cares.
think care.
Nobody cares. It's like having an uncle, a dirty old uncle in your family, and everybody knows it, and everybody knows what he does, and nobody cares. But if he gets caught, you don't want to see it on the front page. He's our president. We don't want to see it. We know he does it. We don't care.
Is that right,
We don't care.
We do care.
I don't care. I don't particularly care. I don't want to hear it. It's almost like having somebody making fun of someone in your family. I mean,
Well, he's the president, for God's sakes, and he's supposed to set some example for our kids.
if you
Give me a
talk
break. You
to
know,
anyone,
I'm sick of these people that don't care. That's why we have these problems in this country, because goddamn people don't care.
No, Fred. You're right, Fred. Fred, we're just kind of kidding around here.
You're in the muscle.
I don't think we need to.
I'm not going to hear. I'm not going to hear.
What the hell's wrong with you, Fred?
Now, I mean, people don't care about the president if they don't give a damn enough to show up at a school board meeting. When is they going to give a damn about something? You know?
I think we need to get Fred off the phone before it's too late. Mike Breen continues.
Get that doctor over there.
There's chemistry there. You and Maureen really hit it off, Fred.
I felt sexual tension, didn't you, man?
I can see her out there in the Auto Body Express with bathrobe.
Untied.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Oh, Fred!
You got quite a muscle. You got quite a muscle.
Say what again?
In Charlotte, Hornets stopped the Nets, 109-103. The sportscast, by the way, sponsored by Subaru. Despite the win, Hornets forward Anthony Mason still grumpy after the game. Thought they should have won by more points.
There's things happening on the court that just is ridiculous. You know, we made a run in third quarter, game was in our control, and all of a sudden that whole squad that's making a run is sitting on the bench. So, I mean, I don't have no clues. I don't even know what's in nobody's psyche and what's in nobody's mind.
Subtle shot at the coaching staff and his man Dave Callens. Meanwhile, Nets forward Keith Van Horn says they can't use the injuries as an excuse.
We could have won the game, regardless of who came and who didn't come.
Well, if you had him rolling around on the floor, holding your wrist, acting like a baby, maybe you could have won.
Yeah, there's no place in the NBA for that.
Really?
Disgraceful.
Fred, what set you off this morning?
No, I mean, people talking about, well, nobody cares. Well, what do we care about then?
Amen. Well,
You know, what is it that we care about?
there you go. A lot of
We
people.
don't care about the president setting an example.
A lot of people care about the rants, Fred.
Yeah, I know they do, but
Well,
I mean,
that's what-
you know, it irritates me when somebody gets on the phone and talks about nobody cares. I mean, I think somebody has to start caring about something. You
Yes,
know?
but she's stating a reality.
Which
Fred.
side are you on?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's another thing, Fred.
Can't figure this out. You sound like Clinton himself.
Fred, don't we want, Fred,
Yeah.
evidence with semen stains?
Well, of course.
Okay, then I rest my case. Have you reached Dr. Waters yet?
No.
I think you should. I think you should call Dr. Waters and get something to mellow you out. Or either get a hold of Dr. Kevin Waters there in Albuquerque or Mr. Mike Wallace in New York City.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Tell your mama, tell your pa, gonna see you my dog is so no. Mama, they don't do right. Imus in the morning.
If you run a business, chances are you bank with one of those trillion-dollar monolithic monster banks. Have you noticed that the bigger they get, the smaller they make you feel?
4-year sentences, commonly known as the Clinton presidency. Doing hard time with no hope of parole, it is I, Rush Limbaugh, condemned man. Yet it's time to rejoice, my friends, for we officially have a new category of peccadillo in the Clinton menu of misdeeds. Right there next to the spicy dish about Marcia Scott from the Paula Corbin Jones column and the Hill and Vince Foster entree in the Whitewater column, we now have 3 from column C, the one marked questionable Cantonese contributions. What is it with this administration and the Mystic East? Not too long ago, we had Vice President Al Gore and his Richard Gere-like fascination with the Dalai Lama, willing to do a gerbil number himself in exchange for funds. Shut up. John Huang delivering takeout donations to the White House. Now we discover that a Little Rock businessman, Charlie Tree, threw manila envelopes full of cash into the Clintons' Whitewater Defense Fund, along with a Buddhist cult, Ching Hai. And both were apparently expecting that with $640,000, you get egg roll. Bill Clinton, the Occidental Buddhist. Although I initially thought that the slight hearing loss on the part of the president made him believe that he was receiving money from nudists, that would certainly explain his jumping at the chance for the bucks, wouldn't it? Well, when one examines the teachings and monastic rules of enlightenment as prescribed by Buddha, it's clear to see what the real attraction is for Bubba. Among Buddha's noble truths are life involves suffering. The cause of suffering is desire. The elimination of desire leads to cessation of suffering. Get the picture? Wouldn't you agree that all of the Clintons' suffering is a direct result of their desires, financial, carnal, jurisdictional? So how are they to cease their pain and achieve enlightenment? Again, according to Buddha's teachings, by following the Noble Eightfold Path. Right thought, right speech, right action, right way of living, right effort, right-mindedness, right meditation, the right mode of seeing things. I don't know about you, but I'm beginning to see a pattern emerging. It would seem you have 2 options here, Mr. President. Shave your head and become a Buddhist, or get a crew cut and become a conservative. My guess is he'll opt for the latter. See, where there are no cheeseburgers in a macrobiotic diet, we conservatives actually encourage the consumption of meat. We also believe that desire is not necessarily a bad thing. That is, unless you get caught. More after this.
Bill Clinton covers Billy Paul. Y'all?
Me and Paula Jones, we had a thing going on. It was probably wrong to show her my schlong, but it's too late now. I flashed her my meat in a hotel suite way back when in Little Rock. Took a chance when I dropped my pants. Them trailer park troll-ups, they make my knees knock. Me and Paula Corbin Jones. Paula Jones, Paula Jones. We got a case coming up. I was pretty hard up, but now I got to interrupt her due process now. I gotta be out of office Paula Jones, Paula Jones. We had a thing going on. Hey, Paula, how about you drop the charges for me, baby? I'll apologize. We'll let bygones be bygones. 'Cause you know, and I know, and they know what we know. So let go and I'll show you all the respect you deserve. Maybe you can come on up to the White House. Darling, you and my wife sent me. I know you sent me. Darling, you sent me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Imus in the morning.
One night, 3 main events.
He'll win the match. Loeb picks up the ball. He places his fingers in the ball. And here he goes. It is long. It is straight. It's a strike! He rolled the strike. He rolled the strike.
A stunning performance at the PBA Championships. Good morning. Mike Brain with sports. Kevin Kegler with the call on the PBA Radio Network. Larry Loeb and Jason Couch now with 1-pin leads at the PBA Pro Senior Double Championships in Providence, Rhode Island.
Wow.
Their pinfall total for 36 games, an amazing 17,136. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Finals are slated for tonight back in Providence.
Frightening.
Of course, it's a quiet week in sports. Baseball's over. Football just practicing. Basketball a few days away. And since there's not much going on to report, I thought I'd use my allotted time to once again tell you a little about myself.
You don't have any allotted time. If there's sport, you report that. If not, you get out.
Some turn-ons for me, a walk on the beach at sunset, country music, and a secure man who has a sense of humor about himself. Some turn-offs, laziness, fake smiles, and people who are afraid to be spontaneous.
Hairy butts.
As for my goals in life, there's just two. Number one, to be the best person that I can be.
Right.
And number two, to see Steffi Graf naked.
It's probably that would be fine.
That's pretty much it. We do have one basketball note. NBA yesterday announcing the 50 greatest ever to play the game.
Is one of your goals to be funny on your sports report? Would that be one of your goals?
I've got another goal, let me tell you that.
All right, here now, Imus in Washington senior military affairs analyst, the late General George S. Patton.
At ease, as you were. Well, people, I am pleased to be able to report to you this morning there is good news. No, not a new all-out, no-quarter, shoot the prisoners, pillage the village, string up the senior citizens' bloodbath war somewhere. It's even better. Private, do a 2-pack Shakur BMW number on those lights and let me have the overhead projector. Cease fire! Cease fire! Jesus, nice gunplay, Private. You can be in my army anytime. Now then, let's have slide number 1. Okay, can anybody identify the individual on the screen?
Sir, that's Sharon Stone, sir.
Wrong, soldier. Although I'll be the first to acknowledge that the individual pictured here is an appealing young female, but quite different in appearance than Sharon Stone. I don't know where you get that.
Sir, from the way she's sitting, sir.
At ease, that'll do. The individual we're focusing on today, people, is not Sharon Stone. This person, while blonde, you don't have to talk to real slow. This is Ingram, Laura, analyst, political, CBS, MSNBC, guest frequent on the Imus in the Morning radio program. And may I just say, people, isn't it refreshing to finally get a woman on here who's a man? A woman whose point of view isn't bound up in some fuzzy, gauzy, snail darter sucking, David Bonnier licking, Pat Schroeder sobbing, Jesse Jackson jerking, feel your pain, Hillary Clinton pink suit sewage. What do we and Ms. Ingram say to feel your pain whining, people?
Sir, feel this, sir.
I can't hear you.
Feel this, sir.
You people must have undergone Pete Wilson, California chemical castration.
Sir, feel this.
Better. And so we welcome this young person, Laura Ingram, to our ranks, unafraid to ask why our commander-in-chief is sitting on that drug memo, or whether the Democratic National Committee is paying Craig Livingstone's legal bills, or which will come first after the election, the pardons or the indictments. My God, I love it so. And that is why, people, I am giving Miss Laura Ingram, in recognition of her analytical savvy, a battlefield commission, and will personally be pinning a bunch of medals and ribbons and things to her chest chest later in my quarters, to which I've invited Miss Ingram so that I might show her my pistol.
Shut up.
At the moment, though, she is unavailable. Since she's out holding her hand over a lit flaming Zippo, just because it feels so good. A verse as I dismiss you.
Oh, good.
Ms. Laura Ingram, not politically correct, and making this old soldier militarily erect. Thank you for your attention. That is all.
Shut up. Fuji Films, new Fuji Color Country. Good morning, Andre.
How you doing?
I'm all right, baby.
Yeah, I got a little something for you. Check this out.
Got a little something for you, too.
I want to do Broadway, no being shy, man. Lord of all media, I'll roll with the eye, man. One lung, three pesties, pedophile like Presley. The sisters even love him like Denzel or Wesley. How was he avoided? The Grim Reaper looking like someone pile skin up on the Crypt Keeper, selling jackets and T-shirts. We listen while we work. When Bernie makes your coffee, I'm hoping he pee first. From Boxcar to Murray, where he played in a band, drink vodka, sniff cocaine. Did you really kiss a man? Is it a goof? Or the truth is that proof? Did you tinkle inside the phone booth? You give us hell, I hope you rest in heaven. I still call Fred 1-800-272-1957. Gotta show Charles, cause he's from Missouri. Straight man to that old skunk that's venting his fury. Reign with the sports and Lou on the board. The staff is gonna party when Deirdre pull the cord, yo. We'll all eat salsa. Bernie's head will shave. Four-legged Fred will pee on the Ironman's grave. Fuji will freeze frame. Vermont Teddy insane. Bernie and O'Brien gonna toast you with Rogaine. Gods of the sun, the cadaver with the speech from hell. Bernadette Castro wanted the streak but fell. Cokie Roberts so dumb she can't even count to 11. Or dial 1-800-272-1957.
Hey, man. Brother from another
Way to go,
mother.
Money.
That's pretty good, baby.
I listen to you all the time.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, baby.
Merry Kwanzaa, my brother.
That's what I'm talking about now.
I'll do a shout out to anybody at Rikers or anything, my brother.
Let me say something to you now.
Yeah, what's up?
You got 7 days to call Fred.
All right. I got on this shirt right now.
You do?
Yeah.
No, here's the deal, man. I warn people, just like LL Bean and some of these other mail-order outfits like Victoria's Secret, they got low on stuff. Fred sold out of the buffalo skirts, so.
And the brothers like the salsa, man. Get the salsa uptown, man. We looking for the salsa, man.
I hear that.
All right.
Yeah. Get that 1997 Autobot Express calendar.
Put it on like a chitlin chip or something, man.
Fred's house. Turn it up. It's great on your chitlin chip. I'm saying that right now.
All right, man.
Call Fred. Thanks, Andre.
One love, yo.
Coming now to Dennis in Boston.
Okay.
What?
Good morning, Dennis.
What do you want?
You called me, you moron.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
What's the story over there? How can I follow that at?
Well, I don't know.
I'm a little concerned about Charles.
What's the problem?
Well, I think it's religion.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You seem to give me a little hard time about his Bible class and everything. Sometimes.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something that happened 6 generations away in my family.
Uh-huh.
I had a great aunt. She was a missionary in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
She was eaten by her Bible class.
What? Man, I'm telling you now, Dennis. Let go and let God, baby.
What?
Let go and let God. Turn it over, baby. I'm saying turn it over.
You can do it.
You can do it. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Higher power.
No, I don't think I need to.
Higher power.
I'd just rather have you guys make me laugh, that's all.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what's making you laugh, baby. That devil in the bottle, that's making you laugh.
Oh, I think I'll be all right.
A bartender's making you laugh. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't use any vodka.
You probably don't.
Get any?
What, Bernard?
You get any booty lately, Dennis?
Not that much.
Wonder why.
I can't understand. You seem like such a charming guy.
Now I'm just a bartender, and I don't like my work, but I don't mind the money at all. I see lots of sad faces and lots of faces of folks with their backs to the wall. But I need four walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray. And a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. Imus in the morning.
In more than 70 countries around the world, cable and wireless is shaping the
to share my expertise in a number of areas with your very fine audience, which has expanded now, as I understand it, eh? You have added to your 12 to 15 million radio listeners the 12 to 1,500 shut-ins watching MSNBC. Congratulations. Very savvy move, in my view. Which camera am I on? I do require some makeup, as you know.
You require an embalmer.
Well, yes, that too. Anyway, JD, where to begin this morning? The Butcher of Baghdad or the John of the Jefferson? As in hotel, don't you see?
Yeah.
Well, let's apply a fundamental rule of journalism here and make our decision based on which story is most essential in the judgment of the greatest number of people.
Good.
So, how is Dick Morris anyway? Actually, Dono, I, like your friend Tim Russert, believe there are distinct cross-currents, if you will, blending these two matters. Consider, Dick Morris launches his pocket rocket and Bill Clinton launches his tomahawks, which, as designed, do indeed prove to be a hell of a lot smarter than Dick Morris's pocket rocket, when you think about it. And call me the dead cynic, I dude, but right after Mr. Clinton's leading expert on family values, he of the dog collars, naked Popeye impressions, and toe-sucking, right after this Morris moron blows up in Clinton's face, Bubber takes that tawdry event off the front page by blowing up 44 cruise missiles in Saddam Hussein's face, launching rockets and his re-election campaign simultaneously. And we've got a poll that says 8 in 10 people are buying that? I don't know if you heard Mr. Clinton respond to Helen Thomas's question the other day when she asked him essentially why we began this fiasco. He sounded like what I bet you'd get if you crossed Mel Tillis with Ronald Reagan and John Gotti. As you know, Dono, I've long been heralded for my keen insights and skill in the realm of foreign affairs. Let me see if I've got this straight. Iran takes hostages in that infamous episode of not so many years ago. Then America backs Iraq in its lengthy war with Iran. Then we go after Iraq because they invade Kuwait, an artificial Arab state composed of 750,000 millionaires who should themselves be turned into oil for my money. Then Iran sends that googly-eyed sheik over here to sponsor terrorist bombings in America. And now we, in essence, throw in with Iraqi Kurds, who are being backed by Iran in their fight against other Iraqi Kurds for a piece of real estate in northern Iraq. That is so awful, you wouldn't exile O.J. Simpson there. Turkey is Muslim. France is 10% Muslim and deserves it. Islam is marching across Europe to the point that NATO won't support us anymore. So here's my prediction, Dono. The winning American presidential ticket in the year 2000 will be Yasser Arafat and Dick Morris. Ouch! A tough, unrelenting look through a decidedly gloomy Dick scope today, Dono. A Dick scope and all the rest, property of Dick Nixon, a former super savvy leader of the entire free world.
All right, here now with observation and comment on headline issues of the day. From the hood, Imus in Washington, Snoop Doggy Dog.
Yo, what's up? Campaign 96 in full effect. Bob Dole trying to boost himself in the polls, ready to invade Latin America in the war on drugs. Clinton getting a boost he don't even need, getting ready to invade Iraq in the war on Hussein. And just when you thought a black man didn't have any influence on the political process of America, it turns out that Dick Morris likes to kick the flavor doggy style too. Bob Dole trying to get them votes to multiply, attacking those who getting chinky eye on the stimuli. But so long as he back tobacco can't beat the man from Hope, he think it's dope to smoke so long as you don't smoke dope. What's my name? Snoop Doggy Dogg. Yo, is that a nicotine stain on your shorts, Bobby boy? Dick Morris is the latest campaign fatality for not practicing what he preached about family and morality. I don't know what he'd be thinking, but what do you suppose make a man like him want to suck that hoe's toes? What's my name? Doggy Dog. Dickie, you can't be acting like that. Who you think you are, the president? But now here's that wacky Iraqi Hussein giving a shot in the arm to the Clinton campaign. Why would you think about asking Saddam to run as a Veep? Because both in Arkansas and Baghdad, they do it with sheep. What's my name? Yo, man, is that sweat on your brow or just lanolin? Go by, baby.
My fellow Americans, I'm about to sign into law the Civil Rights Act of 1964. I want to take this occasion to talk to you about what that law means to every American. Americans of every race and color have worked to build a nation of widening opportunities. Now, our generation of Americans has been called on to continue the unending search for justice within our own borders. We believe that all men are created equal, yet many are denied equal treatment. We believe that all men have certain unalienable rights, yet many Americans do not enjoy those rights because of the color of their skin.
Imus in the morning.
Speed Vision, sponsor of my brothers. See the influence you have on these idiots, Bernard? Mr. Barnacle, I'm sorry you had to endure that. I apologize. God almighty. Dennis, you're an idiot.
Imus in the morning.
Speed Vision. The following is a paid political message.
So, let the preceding political announcements paid for by the Pfizer-Riser, the Save a Kennedy Senate Seat Project, and the Democratic National Committee, a wholly owned subsidiary of the People's Republic of China and the Buddhist temple in your neighborhood.
When your pubic hair's on fire, something's wrong. When you think you're the Messiah, something's wrong. You must take a plane for Venus. Something's wrong. When your girlfriend's got a penis, something's wrong. Imus in the morning.
It's Friday morning, July 10th, and you're listening to Radio Bermuda.
Much to my surprise, there she was sitting in the corner, a little bleary, worse for wear and tear, with the girl with faraway eyes. So
WFAN-NYC Sports with Mark Breen.
Vive la France, the World Cup is theirs. Good morning, Mike Breen with Sports. France has won its first ever World Cup title. A stunning upset yesterday over heavily favored Brazil, 3-0. No one happier than French goalie Fabien Barthez.
France won, and Brazil was an excellent team, but we won anyway, so it was beautiful first time, and that was the last time in this century, so everybody is ready. It's amazing.
Partying underway. They're French kissing in the streets as France beats Brazil. The Brazilian team, of course, in some big trouble. 3 players have already committed suicide. 4 have been shot. The rest currently in hiding. The one player who did speak was the great Ronaldo, who admitted he was not 100% for the match.
I just feel bad today. I don't feel too good because I don't know what happened. I don't know what I ate today.
You did not play well at all. The World Cup is now over.
Suck, period. That's all.
NASCAR this weekend, 2 great events. The Jiffy Lube 300, won by Jeff Burton, and then the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Napa Auto Care 200, won by Ronnie Hornaday. Quite an event, those pickups going around the track 200 times. Should be quite a spectacle. Congratulations to the I-Man and his wife Deirdre Coleman, the elderly man and teenage girl, proud parents of a baby boy born on July 3rd. After the birth, the new mom talked about her experience.
It's a big thrill, and it goes from everything to delirious to joy to making you cry to wanting to do it again.
You're that I-Man wanting to do it again.
All right, so sweet. There you go.
That's great, Mike.
Plus you can meet Wyatt's friends.
Of course, the I-Man will be coming up with his movie picks for the summer of '98. A little bit later, reviews of The Godfather, Ben-Hur, and Gone with the Wind.
Well, I go to the movie. That's why you get this DirecTV, right,
That's
Chuck?
exactly right. So you don't have to go to.
You don't have to go. You know, you got to wait a month or two, and they're right there. They're $2.99. You're at home, and
Beautiful. This is Forrest Gump thing all about.
as good as it gets, as well as it was a good movie. So, what else going on, Charles? Are you finished?
I'm finished.
Okay, please. Maybe Joe Benigno knows somebody. You know, the all-night guy who's already at the station. That wants this crummy Knicks jersey and bib. This is just.
You give it to your wife, and if she wants to throw it out, that's fine.
Oh well, look, there's not any question.
She's a closet Knick fan.
What else happened, Charlie?
Red Holtzman fan. A Harvard English professor who says electromagnetic interference may have downed TWA Flight 800 is asking federal investigators' eye to see whether other aircraft have experienced similar problems. Professor Elaine Scary says military jets may have indirectly played a role in the TWA 800 explosion.
There were at least 10 military craft in the vicinity of TWA 800.
Good. What in God's name are you doing?
Well, that might have been unfortunate. I was thinking.
What are you doing?
Well, I mean, she just annoyed me, and I didn't. But
how did that annoy you?
I don't know. It just got on my nerves. I just didn't want to hear about it. Then I realized what the story was about, and it's probably unfortunate.
The National Transportation Safety Board is confirming that the theory of electromagnetic interference causing the spark that exploded the central fuel tank is in fact being investigated.
Okay, great.
Professor Scary said that studies had shown that both military and civilian aircraft had been subjected to such effects, but that the theory had not been seriously considered in the TWA case. But now that she has brought it to everybody's attention, at least it is being taken more seriously as a possibility.
What do you think happened?
I have no idea.
Aren't you a pilot and all that? Don't you know about all this stuff?
I have no idea.
Well, do you think it was an accident, or do you think it was
I think
not an accident?
I think it was accidental.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I want to know.
Yeah. TWA says it has reached a tentative 4-year contract agreement with its pilots. A TWA spokesman says the agreement is fiscally responsible for the company while bringing pilots' salaries close to what pilots at other major airlines earn. Terms of the agreement had not been disclosed, but some TWA pilots were making about 40%
Right.
of one other...
Stop talking. It's 4 minutes till the hour.
Imus in the morning. Which car do you think is more apt to be stolen? A brand new metallic blue Mercedes or a 1994?
Oh, no. Warner'd have to be more thoughtful, you know?
You wouldn't clean out your blow-up doll with that stupid jersey.
Oh, my God. Warner would get to get one of those new Jeepy, one of those new Jeep, there's new 5.9 Limiteds, you know?
Right.
White one like I've been trying to get. All right, Fred, thanks.
All right.
It's a quarter after the hour here in the Irish Morning Program. What else going on, Charles? Anything?
Well, there's some stuff going on, Ivan.
Did you hear this morning's Radio Bermuda about a plum assignment for Boomer? Good morning. Mike Breen with sports. This sportscast sponsored by Hackensack University Medical Center. Former NFL great Boomer Esiason has been named the new co-host of the Miss America pageant. The blonde-haired quarterback recently has been added to the Monday Night Football broadcast booth, and the Miss America assignment, another feather in his cap. He'll be paired with Meredith Vieira in this year's event. Esiason will not only introduce and interview the contestants, he will sing at least 2 songs during the telecasts.
You know, I was watching a tape of the MSNBC program yesterday, and it's making me sick to watch me eat on television. I mean, why do we have to focus on that? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
This is the worst television I've ever seen.
Makes us sick just to watch it.
I mean, I don't know how we get to these enormous ratings. I mean, it's beyond me. There's just nothing on television.
Inexplicable.
It's I mean, for example, speaking of CNN, we kill CNN. We're in half the number of homes, and we beat them like a red-headed mule.
Murder them. We nerve gas them.
What's the lead into this show on MSNBC?
It varies. Sometimes it's Keith Olbermann. Sometimes it's Time and Again.
That could be the reason for the ratings.
But I mean, stop putting a camera on me.
Eating stuff.
You know, it's idiotic. Go ahead, Mike.
Come on.
Frank Gifford was said to be the initial choice for this year's co-hosting duties. That is until Esiason told ABC executives he wanted that job.
Don't do that.
Esiason said,
Don't have the yogurt running down your chin. Don't do that.
You look like Monica Lewinsky.
Exactly. You gotta stop.
He just became a father.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Come on.
Hey, baby. Dude, they don't have the camera on you.
Well,
no, they don't. Tell me they don't.
That's just horrible. God, it's all over me now.
Oh, yeah.
What else is new? You look like Breen after 10 o'clock.
Don't let that right down your chin.
No, Charles, come on.
NBA News, Allen Iverson's name in the headlines again for the wrong reasons. Although the Sixer guard has not been charged in this recent incident, seems he lent his Mercedes to a couple of his friends. The 2 buddies were arrested after completing a drug deal in the car. Iverson was not present, although a few of his personal belongings were in the car, his Delbert McClinton tapes, and a couple of pairs of sneakers.
Box cutter.
From baseball last night, the Yankees finally lose. Their winning streak ends at 10, and Mark McGwire gets up 6 times in the Cardinals' 13-inning loss to the Reds. No home runs for McGwire.
Idiot.
And that's sports. I'm Mike Breen.
Thank you for that fine report, Mike. It's 9 minutes till the hour.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you Imus in the morning.
All right, let me talk to you about Priceline now. They got a new deal going. Tim? On line 3 from Long Island, here's Joni. Is that it?
Yes, it's Joni. Hi, good morning.
Speak up a little bit, babe, because I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
Yeah.
Listen, you chill out. Will you do me a favor?
What?
I said, will you do me a favor as far as Jeff Greenfield, what you did to him this morning? I think you should call him back, and you owe him an apology.
What did I do to Jeff Greenfield?
You crucified him this morning, and that's what you did to him. You know, and you know the saying, you made my day?
Well,
I'm sure you made his day.
That's just absolutely not true. I gave him the opportunity to explain what happened to Greenfield. I love Greenfield.
You just kept dwelling on it, and you just wouldn't let this guy off the hook.
Oh, well, I mean,
you know
that's
what?
just...
To begin with, probably you wouldn't still be on the radio if you didn't do what you did to people.
That's just not true. Did I do anything like that to him?
Was that the case?
Lady, we will address your mail to the institution where you are currently
Get Greenfield back on the phone. Get Greenfield. Hey, ma'am.
First of all, Chuck, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to
Don't you be rude to Charles, you old bag.
You will ruin your life.
I'm not an old bag.
You frigid old bag. Don't you be.
And number one, you're not even going to see your son grow up if you keep this attitude in life.
You know.
Is that a death threat? Is that a death threat, lady?
Second of all, just because you're
have a car wreck, you moron.
What in the world was
How does some idiot like that get through, Bernard?
Mr. Greenfield is holding on line 5.
Good morning, Mr. Greenfield. Some ignorant slut listening to the radio.
Former au pair Louise Woodward is back in England for the first time in nearly 2 years. Massachusetts Supreme Court upholding her manslaughter conviction in the death of 8-month-old Matthew Eapen, but letting stand the controversial decision to commute her sentence to time served. Woodward said she could not get a fair trial in America.
I was thrown in jail. The only way I could get my side across would be to give away my entire defense.
There's your new Spice Girl right there. Shaky Spice.
Shaky Spice, that's very good.
There you go. That'll sell tickets.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Oh, wait, Fred. I know you have to go feed the horses.
Hey, go call them now.
What is your automotive tip of the day, your Speed Vision automotive tip of the day?
Well, it's a safety tip when you're driving your automobile.
All right.
When you're out with your date,
right,
keep the adjustable steering wheel pushed as far forward as you can. So your date would not bump her head.
I hear that.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
You the fans. Till tomorrow, Russ Salzberg and Iron Eagle, Sweater and the Birdie saying bye-bye, so long, and farewell.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN.
WFAN presents Imus in the morning from 5:30 to 10.
You know, there's nothing that you have to say.
Other than get away?
Get away from me.
Summers in Salzburg, middays from 10 to 1.
I thought you were talking about Cosmo, the magazine, and I was going to talk about Helen Gurley Brown.
Doesn't she have the record for most RBIs in the game?
And Mike and the Mad Dog from 1 to 6.
Whoa! Bud took a bad fall. It's the most dangerous radio show in history.
Second, you were on the first one this morning.
All this plus 2020 sports and the best games in town are here every day on The Fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
WFAN 2020 Sports.
Good afternoon at 1 o'clock. This is John Minko.
Now, here now on the Imus in the morning program, our friend Vernon Kingfish Jordan.
Amos,
Yeah?
I greet you today cheerfully, joyfully, and happily, knowing that over your vacation you experienced one of the greatest moments of your life. Not the birth of your son, but that monkey-ass Rick Kaplan at CNN stepping on his Johnson. It wasn't your baby having a baby that made your life complete. It was that baby Huey finally got caught with his big fat diaper down. Why do bad things always happen to good people? See, my old Ricky ain't satisfied with his network just reporting the news, see? Oh, no. He wanted to make news, even if it mean having to make up the news. Wasn't enough for him to put correspondents in ski parkers in front of chroma key snowstorms like he did at ABC. He got to run a story even Matt Drudge wouldn't touch with an ISDN line. Accusing the U.S. military of using nerve gas on its own troops in Vietnam.
Nerve gas?
What the was that boy thinking? I don't know, but I can sure tell you what Ted Turner thinking, that he wished he could be killing a few of his own. Ted is saying this the worst thing that's ever happened to him, including his father committing suicide. Well, coincidentally, that's what his old lady feel like doing now. Because Hanoi Jane thinking, mother ain't bad enough you gave away all that money to charity. Now I got to suffer through this lame-ass mea culpa You don't need to offer no self-flagellation, boy. I'll be more than happy to kick your ass for you. But let me tell you, Amos, them defectors in Laos wasn't nothing compared to the way them folks at CNN is bailing out on each other.
Kaplan treat Jack Smith like a rack of baby backs at a Muslim picnic. And that Lon Chaney-looking weasel Peter Arnett acting like he Julius Rosenberg, swearing innocence, saying he didn't contribute even one comma to the story. Well, comma your mama, Peter, punctuate this. Ain't no coincidence you named Peter, 'cause you one says dickhead. Matter of fact, the way that hair of yours is going, boy, you even starting to look like one. So if I was you, I'd start wearing a hat before somebody try to jerk you off.
Vernon Jordan.
No.
Vernon Jordan here on the Imus in the Morning program.
Jeez.
So Rick Kaplan, who is the...
Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's longtime record by playing in his 2,131st consecutive game. Truly a very special moment. But the evening did have one sour note.
Well, here we go. All right, what was the sour note, Mike?
When Ripken addressed the crowd, many felt his speech was a little too similar to Gehrig's famous retirement announcement.
Tonight, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, Ripken claimed he had never heard Gehrig's speech and didn't realize that it resembled it at all.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
President Bill Clinton was also on hand and even stepped into the broadcast booth and did a little play-by-play.
Bobby Bonilla drives one deep. That's a good hit, Bobby. Yeah, way back. Go, baby. Go, baby. I bet that's not the first time he said that.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Announcing a new...
And now, Imus in the morning, 2020 Sports with Mark Breen. Go, baby.
The 3-2. Swung on a drill deep to right field. Going back O'Neill. Looking up. See ya. Home run into the right center field bleachers for Kenny Lofton. And the Indians now lead 4-1.
Yankees actually lose. Good morning. Mike Braidwood Sports. Michael K. The Call, WABC. The sportscast sponsored by Hackensack University Medical Center. The Yankees losing 4-1 to the Indians in Cleveland. Who was responsible for stopping the all-time great team, putting an end to their 10-game win streak? It's young pitcher Jarrett Wright, who enjoyed it immensely.
They got a history of being, a tough team, and when you go play there, a lot of, we can, show people that, we're just not going to sit back and, let them walk away with the, American League, championship.
That's 9 you-knows in 17 seconds, a new American League record. Congratulations to Jarrett Wright. Major League record, by the way, is Ricky Henderson, who had 12 you-knows in 20 seconds. That was back when he was with the Padres.
I hear you.
Mark McGwire, no home runs and 6 at-bats last night in the Cardinals' 13-inning loss to the Reds. 0 for 3 with 3 walks. One of the walks intentional. That was in the 12th inning with no one on base. Good baseball strategy from Reds manager Jack McKean. Expect more managers to do that as the season progresses. Who's the hottest team in pro sports? The Houston Comets of the WNBA. 14-1.
What's the matter, Bernard?
Nothing. Go ahead. Ripping through the rest of the league after yet another victory last night, 81-67 over the Washington Mystics. Comets guard Cynthia Cooper had a musical message for her teammates.
We're going to keep on walking forward. We're going to keep on walking forward.
Comets are red hot. Houston Comets.
Bunch of eager beavers.
Licking everybody else in the league, huh, Mike? Wasn't going to say that. No, sir.
No, sir. No way.
And congratulations to our good friend Boomer Esiason, the former NFL great, who's been named the new co-host of the Miss America pageant. Esiason also now on Monday Night Football said the Miss America job is a grueling one.
It's going to be long. We're going to be there all day.
His co-host is Meredith Vieira, coming up for the 1998 Miss America pageant.
You have to ask yourself, what happened to Meredith Vieira? Remember, she first initially surfaced locally on some news, Channel 7, I believe. Then she was on West 57th Street, which was a great news magazine show out of CBS.
Right.
Where, in fact, Steve Kroft came from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then in fact, Meredith went to 60 Minutes and worked there for about 20 minutes. Gotten some... wouldn't give it up. Wouldn't give it up.
You know old Hewitt over there.
because Don Hewitt wouldn't put a playpen in there for her or something. I don't know, whatever.
Kid.
Now she's host. Now she is on the Barbara Walters show, The View, with that Moose Star Jones, and a couple of other people. And
There's my cheese omelet.
and who's the funny woman who used to be on ABC, WABC?
Joyce.
The chick. What's her name?
Yeah. The Brooklyn type.
Joy Behar. Joy Behar. She's funny. And Meredith is on that, and Meredith is just beyond tedious.
Awful.
Just awful. With an awful attitude, talking about her hideous kids, you know.
Like 50 pounds overweight.
No, she's not overweight, but...
Sounds like Marge Schott.
But she's just... Well, her kids are not hideous, and they aren't any more hideous than Wyatt is.
Right.
But anyway. And now she's hosting. Yeah, Boomer Esiason's a dope. I mean, he's a nice guy, but...
Which way do I go?
Yeah, I mean, he's it's like Pat O'Brien. I mean, I love O'Brien, but they get offered these things and they just don't know how to say no. No, I don't want to do it. Is Tim still there? We tried to talk to him before.
Tim is still there, yes.
Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Don.
How are you?
Good. Morning after morning, you run your mouth. But my question is, how's it feel to get your ass whooped by Howard Stern every morning?
Not great.
I mean, you got to be jealous.
I absolutely am. You know what I'm really jealous about? That we gross $50 million a year at this radio station, and he grossed 30. That whole affair is going to be hosted by our very own Pat O'Brien, so we're pretty up about that.
That's huge.
Pat, fresh off his appearance as a judge, along with Mike Love and some other losers. Oh, yeah. At the Miss Universe pageant. Actually asking the women questions.
Well, hi, everybody. Here's Miss Guam. Your radio sounds funny in the morning. You're listening to Imus in the morning.
They wanted you to come over, actually, to the Today Show, Fred.
I'd have gone over if Jane Pollard had been still over there.
Okay, that's fine. Jane Pollard's not.
I'd have crawled from Santa Fe
We'll be fine.
over there on my hands and knees if Jane Pollard was still doing a Today Show.
Are you going
to walk backwards?
Fine, Fred.
You can't walk across the street.
You leave my brother alone, you
They want to wish you a happy
stooge.
birthday on Tuesday. That's what they...
Yeah,
well, having you in.
Are you coming to the station today, Fred?
Yeah. How do you get there, I wonder?
Just tell the ambulette driver.
In the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Actually, we don't care that we get killed by Stern, do we? That's part of the problem. We don't care. That's fine with us. Hey, you heard about Priceline, where you name your own price for airline tickets? Well, now there's something new from Priceline.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Larry King. Now, I like Larry, and you know I like Larry. But I really do like him. But, I mean, he has so little idea of what the hell is going on that it's frightening. So he presents these Lyndon Johnson tapes last night that everybody has, as though they were a world exclusive. And he says the following. Now, I haven't heard these.
The Johnson tapes are showing up on oldies collections.
Rhino Records has the Johnson tapes out.
Exactly.
Along with a Buck Owens box set, you can get the Johnson tapes from Rhino Records.
Right.
If you act now. If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
And I have enormous admiration and respect for Sergeant Shriver. But let me just say this to Sergeant Shriver. It's over!
Get out!
Get out!
Beat it.
And Senator Chuck Robb, no bigger slime ball in America than this creep.
Please.
You know, you have to wash your TV screen after that bastard's been on it.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
This is the Imus in the Morning radio program. It's 9 o'clock, WFAN New York. Time for Imus in the Morning news. And first of all, some of the local developments. The jury in the Tawana Brawley lawsuit. He's a hunky dude.
But, I mean, you know, regarding that pubic hair in his head, it's just not happening.
It's ridiculous.
It's just
the other head that matters.
It doesn't look good. Looks ridiculous, doesn't it?
Follicle falsity never works.
If you look like Joey Pots and Pans, that'd be different. I mean, yeah, Joey's a disaster.
Should grow hair all over his face.
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy who wears a ski mask. Where did the hair come from that's on your head? I'll be honest.
Come on,
fine. But
Well, it couldn't come from anywhere else because I shaved my testicles.
You know, that's really more
Why?
than we need.
You don't shave your testicles?
No.
Why?
How many guys...
It's very cleanly. It's very cleanly.
Oh,
Cleanliness is next
Use
to
stuff with
godliness.
his hand sanitizer on it.
Yeah.
You're better off with the hand sanitizer than shaving your...
No, Joey.
Stop it now.
Joey.
What are you doing? Shaving your... Are you think you're at some bar someplace?
If your radio light sucks in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the Morning.
Good morning, Howard.
Yeah, hey, it's Howard.
Yeah.
So how's the Suharto of morning radio? Just a turn off in the control room for you this morning, huh?
Yeah.
He's an annoying little troll, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's like Snow White Jane's dwarf, whiny. What a nerd. He is the grown-up version of that kid in junior high who used to eat paste. You know, the one on whose back you take the kip me signs?
Yeah, sure.
And that voice is like Fran Drescher's little brother.
All right. If you're, say, Fred Imus out there in Santa Fe, New Mexico, you can subscribe to the...
Imus in the Morning.
All right, here on the Imus Morning program, Reverend Al Sharpstone.
When I scored, you score. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't be, or because you may not have where others have or come from where others come, you can't go where you want to go.
The people have spoken. I'm more than a token. Julian ain't gonna be the one to be heartbroken. I always was a player, now I'm gonna be the mayor. Give Ruth the message. She ain't got a prayer. When I said I would run, well, everybody scoffed. Now I'm the one who's laughing cause we gotta run off. I'm the status quo's absolute worst nightmare. Gold chains and medallions and my Jimmy Pop hair. They say I'm too slick when I spout my rhetoric. Like a lunatic with a superfly walking stick. But the other one I'm packing in my drawers make you sick. Make that plunger look like a toothpick. Got the juice and the flow, and there ain't no doubt all the bitches want me in they nappy dugout. Gonna get me some booty when I do my civic duty. And bust a cap on Rudy cause he blow like Rudy. I'm Reverend Allen, I know you all are wondering why. All of a sudden I got juice. Chickens have come home to roost. I ain't no demagogue, champion of the underdog. Kiss me, I don't care. Just don't be messing with my hair. I'm bigger than Smalls, more puff than daddy. So fly, Tiger Woods wanna be my caddy. When I'm done with Messenger, you'll see that old hag covered in poop in a giant leaf bag. I got the skills and I got the finesse to get me into a crazy mansion address. Attitude may be a little high and mighty, but I got no fear cause I've been stabbed by Whitey. Nobody but me thought I ever had a chance, cause like Delbert, I was a victim of a circumstance. Used to be perceived as a media parasite till Abner Louimo showed me the light. So don't count me out, cause the bell ain't rung, and the fat bitch with that horny helmet ain't sung. Tell Rudy Giuliani that he gonna be a goner. Biggie Sharp's gonna be the one they call his honor. I'm Reverend Allen, I know you all are wondering why. All of a sudden I got juice. Chickens have come home to roost. I ain't no demagogue, champion of the underdog. Kiss me, I don't care. Just don't be messing with my hair.
Reverend Al here in the Imus Morning program, 27 after the hour. And I often see demagogue, D-E-M-I-G-O-D, used. And confuse it with D-E-M-I-G-O-G, G-O-U-G-E.
Mm-hmm.
Don't confuse it, but I mean, it's just, you can't.
It is.
So we've cleared that all up here.
All righty.
It is 28 after the hour here on the Imus Morning program. Here's Barry from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Good morning, Barry. On line 4, Lou.
What happened to O'Brien?
He canceled.
He canceled?
Yeah.
Was he weaning out or what?
Well, the last time Pat O'Brien from Access Hollywood, formerly of CBS Sports, was on the Imus Morning program was when we were in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he was abysmal.
Terrible.
Oh, God, it was just it was a disastrous appearance.
I was going to ask Bernie, too. He was like, we didn't hear much out of him when he was out here.
Well,
what's your mind your business?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. About.
Bernie had a legitimate reason. O'Brien did not. Let's stick with O'Brien. O'Brien Remember on O'Brien, we were in this, where were we? Were you there, Barry?
Yes, I was.
Okay, where were we? Where were we?
You're at C.J. Kellaway's.
Which is a restaurant on some golf course.
Exactly.
And there were 400 or 500 people there in a dining room or whatever it was. And O'Brien shows up and he waits backstage. And here we are, 25 to the hour. All right, here now from CBS Sports, one of our favorites, an attractive young man. Yeah. Pat O'Brien. Good morning, Mr. O'Brien.
You know, I'm comfortable enough with my manhood to hear you say that again.
How's Linda and Sean?
Linda and Sean are fine, thank you. In fact, Sean and I were riding to school one day not long ago and heard you on KOGO out in San Diego. We turned it on. I tell you, I'm on finally in Southern California. We turned it on. And I think you called me a moron. You ripped my hair.
Well, I don't know what
I said, Daddy, who's that? I said, it's a friend of mine.
Your radio sounds funny in the morning. You're listening to Imus in the morning. Good morning, Vic.
Hi, Imus.
Okay, tell me what Pat O'Brien looks like.
He's tall, wears glasses, well-dressed, double-breasted suits a lot.
How's his hair?
Thin on top.
You win the tickets.
All right, I'm in. Hey, Vic, don't come 1 foot near me.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
1500 fell.
Imus in the morning. Flashback.
On the next South Lawn, lawyers go berserk. First, Paula Jones' attorneys violate a gag order about Fat Man's 20-year-old allegation of sexual assault.
I was the one who should have had the gag order. Every time I think about how I that bitch, I feel like throwing up.
Bob Bennett takes some heat for obstruction of justice.
Hey, Bennett, you tell those assholes part of the discovery process will be when they discover the obstruction in their buttholes is my foot.
And Monica's mouthpiece does an interview with TV Guide.
He is one big mouth Jew. The only smart thing he ever said was that Peter Jennings was an asshole.
Meanwhile, Fat Man wraps up his Africa trip by taking a safari.
I would have enjoyed myself a lot more if I didn't have to explain to all those poachers Hillary doesn't have any ivory.
As he pledges his support to save farmland all over the world.
Hey, fat chicks need a place to graze.
Despite the fact that Iowa Senate pages have his official portrait removed from their group shot because they think he's not a good role model.
You f***ing Cubans can all sit on a f***ing corn cob.
Former Vice President Dan Quayle believes Fat Man's administration is the most corrupt and arrogant in the history of the Republic.
This coming from a moron who thinks condiments are flavored prophylactics. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, you f***ing retard.
And then, a former Miss America comes forth with the revelation that she had sex with Fat Man when he was the governor.
Finally, a good-looking bitch who'll admit I f***ed her.
South Lawn, profane, lecherous, morally and ethically bankrupt. And he's the most powerful man in the free world.
And don't you assholes ever forget it. Oh my God, dude, they've killed Vince Foster.
Have mercy. All right, here now in the Imus in the morning program, Chubba Bubba with Chubby Thumper.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. How will they remember me? What is my legacy? The Vince Foster deal, the Mike Espy deal, the Cisneros deal, the Dick Morris deal, the debacle over national health care, in a hotel with Paula in my underwear. Oh, Billy boy, Billy boy, Billy boy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. How will they remember me? What is my legacy? The Crooked Land deal, the Crooked Penis deal, the Charlie Tree deal, the Johnny Wang deal, missing bill and records found in the book room, booking overnights in the Lincoln bedroom. Don't cry for me, Janet Reno. Independent counsel, I get the Nottingham deal, the Bernie Jordan deal, the saxophone deal, a legal loan deal, testimony that's a bit contradictory, of an alleged relationship with Ms. Lewinsky, the Vince Foster deal, the Mike Espy deal, the Cisneros deal, the Dick
Mike Breen with his hideous sports report. So
good. I look forward to that.
So Mike says, well, what are you going to do if Wyatt wants to eat fish or chicken or meat? I said, we don't serve it at home. So he said, what about hot dogs? Well, I said, well, we're not fanatics.
Yeah.
But we just don't have that. But I mean, what happens if he goes to one of his little friends' house and he wants to have a hamburger? Or what if he asks me about going to McDonald's? If he says, Dad, would you take me to McDonald's? I'd say yes. Good. Says, may I have a hamburger? Yes. I feel better. Right. Can we stop by the Colonel's and get a bucket of chicken? If that's what you want, yeah. I don't eat it, but you may. No, you can't be nuts.
Right. Fanatic. You're right.
Like out at the ranch with these. I mean, the last thing I think you should serve a kid with cancer is meat or chicken or
is a carcinogen
or stuff like that. But you have to be reasonable with these kids.
Sure.
You can't be an idiot about it. So you can get free-range chicken and other stuff.
You can.
Some of these veggie burgers, these Archer Daniels Midland veggie burgers, are fabulous.
Have them all the time.
I had one yesterday. You cannot tell the difference. Period. You can't.
No,
you get some of that. I'll tell you this. Some of that. Paul Newman's got this new. Oh man, you've got to try this. The new Paul Newman's barbecue sauce.
Really?
Have you tried it?
No, I have not.
Oh.
No, I haven't.
Forget about it. Drink it right out of the bottle. Oh man.
Throw it over ice.
Paul Newman's barbecue sauce. You got to get some.
Really? Okay.
It's a brand new deal, man. I'm telling you, it's fabulous.
I'll do it.
Good on hot dogs, huh?
And Paul donates all of the after-tax profits to charity, including the Hole in the Wall gang camp. So the money's going the right place, but the stuff's great.
Nope, haven't had it yet.
You can get these tofu pops, phony weenies that you put a little Dijon mustard on. You can't tell the difference.
Even you?
Even the connoisseur? Well, no, I can because I'm,
Well, kind of a connoisseur of
I am Brad Paul. I am the weenie man.
Giddy up, Giddy up,
I'm a